Yo, yo, what's up? What's up? It's Saturday night. How doing here? Got Couch in the house. Yo, yo, Stardust. And here, Derail. Good, man. How you doing? Happy Saturday to you. I was doing good today. It's been a nice day. Yo, yo, what's going on, brother? Nice little intro there. I'll start to the jam. I didn't play all week. A slow week for me. It was a pretty rough week at work. Made it. Didn't really get to do much of anything this collapse on the couch eats. Just fine. I've been there. Some stuff planned for tonight. Plenty of songs, as always. A couple warm-ups here, and then get into some real hot jam. Hope everyone's doing great. Hope everyone had a nice week. Still, I am literally 100, exactly 100 hours away from being monetized. So we'll see when everyone shows up. I'm going to have a slight announcement about next week. It's going to be crazy next week with live streaming on YouTube. Give more details later on in the show. Other than that, it's been a nice week. Got some stuff planned out. Yeah, what do we got coming? Tropical storm tomorrow in our maybe. Might get some outer edges, but probably be nice and rainy tomorrow. Looks like it's not going to be any crazy hurricane or anything like that, which is wonderful. Don't like that kind of stuff. Thanks, Darrell. Appreciate it. I'm glad you're doing good. Hey, Darrell went to a big soccer game today. Nice, man. Used to play soccer when I was a kid. I was really crazy about it, and I was really good at it too. They used to call me Leadfoot because I could kick a soccer ball like dang far, pretty hard. I don't miss those days. A lot of the practices were the worst playing soccer because there was a lot of running, constant running laps, endurance. Gosh, I'm doing good too, man. Yeah, wonderful Saturday thus far. Nice and chill, as usual. Looking good here. I had a storm today too. Yeah, I hope it just doesn't come up. Anti says kick is behind. All right, man. We're gonna crank it up for you for sure, man. We got plenty of songs ready to rock tonight. New stuff, some old stuff, some fun stuff. We're gonna do some warm-up stuff. Oldie goodie, oldie but a goodie intro song here. Good old fashioned Rick Renstrom opener called RRO is what I. And I was like, see what we got. Couch says not to brag, but he was on Dwyer Stationery, New Jersey. Won the championship when I was a kid. Nice, dude. I feel that, man. Yeah, we won a couple local championships. Whatever. I was on a team. Took like all the best players they could find. It was called the Nickel. That was like the team name. And that was rough stuff. I played in junior high a bit. When I got to high school, I didn't play soccer. Rained over here at Two Couch. Yeah, I feel that, man. It rains here every day around here. Like pretty much clockwork, you know. It's either 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock. Somewhere between 4 and 8, it's gonna rain for like a minute. Some never fails. Indy, how you doing? Good to see you. Hope you're doing great. Down the list. Other intro jam song, warm up. Be the last of the warm. Something. Now I know what it is. Warm up was this one. No name, I don't know, but it's kind of a cool song. I like this song. There was a short that I put out this one, and it got people kind of like this one. Getting a good vibe out this. I love writing these songs. I mean, it's always so fun, and the new sounds that I got from this system I use, it's so fun to just make up. Him in the house. How you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you. I appreciate all the comments you leave on the videos. I haven't been I've been slacking really hard on comments. I promise I will get to them. I do read every one of them, but replying back to them sometimes is a challenge, depending on my day. So, well, I thank you for the support as always. Patrick M, what's up, man? Good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. You're doing good. There you go. I hear that, man. I hear that. Startups will make a comment that like, you need to name your songs. I mean, if you saw the song titles that I have written down, they mean nothing to nobody except for me. One of these days, but I have so many songs now. Literally, let me see. Let me tell you how many original songs I have in it before all the cover stuff. 74. There's 75 songs that I have in here after a year. The list has grown measurably. It's hard to come up with quick names. Never do. Oh, thanks, Andy. I feel that too. Yeah, I love some of these, like certain songs that I write. It's just so fun to play over. I get a lot of good emotion. You know, I hear it, and what comes out is, you know, just a lot of emotion and feel, and it's a great way to say it. Thanks, Couch. EU Elder in the house. What's up, bro? Good to see you. Good to see you, man. Been a minute. I hope you're doing good. I've seen some videos pop up. I haven't got to watch all of them. I know there was a loudness one the other day I saw hit my timeline. I haven't had a chance to catch up on it, but I will. As I said earlier, it's been a busy week. I've had time to do much of anything other than work and then collapse on the couch and chill for the rest. Who remembers that one? Remember the one, the beginning of the end? That was good. Yeah, it was a short. Like, I don't know. I don't know if it was last week or the week before. I had a little piece of that up on. It's a cool song. Fun to play. We got something new next. It's in. Let's see. Well, again, I bought this program called Musio, called MUSIO. It's basically a sampling, you know, basically super high quality sounds. I love orchestral sounds, such as violins and cellos and timpani and harpsichord. Some of my favorite things, instruments. And this company, they're called the packs are called Cinestrings. I think that you can use them with another program, but they use the Cinestrings Pro sounds, and they sound amazing. They really started to sound really good on this song. I was messing with it. I put it together about an hour before the show. It's nothing crazy. It's just some two sections kind of looped together. But the sounds that this thing is are amazing, and I'm beyond happy with it. Beyond happy with it. And you know, the more I play with it, the more I come up with, the more stuff I write. So we shall see. But play this one coming up. Catch up on some. Kim says this. You gotta be careful with these glasses. Read, I had one of those sick headaches all week. Oh gosh, I know how that goes. Usually after the end of the day of my work day, either my head will be fine or my head will be like pressurized. I can just feel it, you know. And I'm staring at well, if I'm in the office, I have 3 screens. If I'm at home, I have 2 screens. So for whatever, I was staring at 2 or 3 screens a day for like 8 hours. On top of doing my job, which is for me, it's not a hard job, but there's a lot to know. It can be brain intensive. the end of this. I feel that. I probably do need glasses at some point. They're not too bad, but I'm getting there. The couch says, "Have I tried the pineapple Mountain Dew?" Added has hope us, but it kind of sucks. Yeah, I steered away from that. I saw it, but I was like, not really a big fan of pineapple. I mean, unless it's like certain pineapple. I don't know. It really depends on the pineapple. Pineapple Lifesavers was pretty good, but yeah, some Mountain Dews are hit and miss. I do have a box of Mountain Dew that's like it was a big miss. They came out with 3 of these types of Mountain Dew for like July 4th area, and yeah, only one of them is like really really good. And it's this one here. This is the best. There's one that's decent. Yeah, I'm sorry. No, there was 3. There was a peach one, this one with the 50 flavors, and like kind of like a bomb pop flavor. There you go, Anti. Posted. If you haven't checked out Elder of Rock, by all means, go check out his channel. Subscribe to his channel. We've done a couple of cool videos together, but he is the Elder of Rock. He knows virtually everything there is to need to know about rock and roll, heavy metal, music in general. Be sure and check him out. Check our videos. We have a couple of videos. We did a Chastain video. We did a Rainbow video. I believe sometime soon. We've got another video, so by all means, make sure and go check the Elder of Rock out there. Kim says she loves Orchestra and Rock Mix. Yeah, absolutely, Kim. That's my favorite. I mean, that's my dream, to have like these songs that I play, week in and week out with like an orchestra, full on, symphony, choir, and the timpani section, and the whole 9 yards. That would be amazing for me. Maybe one day it'll happen. We'll see. I keep trying. I keep putting it out in the universe. They never know. I have to go to like South America, like Brazil. I had a friend that went to Brazil, and they had a kind of a heavy metal orchestra concert down there. I don't know if you've heard of, there's a singer named Carlos Zima. He did that, and I think the prices are probably less down there. So that would be my best bet. Baroque Blues, he says, "I see your movie posters. Do you have a favorite movie soundtrack?" That's a good question, man. No, I don't have too many soundtracks. I'll think about that, Baroque. I'll think about that. I am not too sure which one would be my favorite. I have to think. Probably something with a lot of, Amadeus obviously is one of my favorites because it's classical music and I love Mozart. I'll think about it. I'll think about it more. Yes, for Anti's got it there. Renstrom Shredding live every Saturday, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Yo, next jam. This is a new song. All right, this one's a new song. I'll Turn It Back. That was the name I had on it. I just named it real quick, but we'll see. See if it turns you back at all. Turned it back. On that one. That was a cool jam right there. No, Steve, you're wrong. It's electric breaking two, electric boogaloo. That's fine. God says that'd be awesome. The Rick Renstrom Symphony Orchestra needs to happen. I feel that, man. Yeah, it's always been a dream of mine. Even when, man, we did a demo of like 3 songs. Back in the day, this was actually the Elder of Rock, Steve on bass, Richard Chris on drums. Just the 3 of us. We did like a 3-piece band demo for me. And it had The Fire Within on it. It had a song called Falling Rain. If I don't remember what the 3rd song was. But I had actually put up some flyers, or I did something, and I got the attention of some people at the University of Central Florida. So I had a couple people that were interested in doing like some violins and cellos and a couple singers and stuff. But it never panned out. I could never coordinate everything. So it ended up by just doing it on the keyboards and stuff. Yeah, I'd love to do it. It'd be amazing. It'd be the thing for me. That'd be how I'd tour. Have a band, a small orchestra, and a choir, and then play all these songs live. I think it'd go over really well. But sadly, lots of money. I don't have much. I have enough. I have enough to stay alive and move forward in life. To finance a symphony orchestra tour, not at the moment. Not at the moment. We'll see. You never know. You never know who's watching. You never know who's out there. You never know who'll see my video and be like, "I got plenty of money. Here you go." Wouldn't that be nice? Still thinking about the best soundtrack. Beat Street though was. What about that? What about remember that movie Fast Forward? Actually, one of the what is it? The Karate Kid Part 3 soundtrack. That's pretty bad. Oh no, Couch says rip Jean-Claude Van Damme. I did not. Well, I haven't looked at the news today. Is that true? It sucked, dude. I used to love watching a Van Damme movie back in the day. Kickboxer, Kumite. That was. Thank you, Indy. Thanks, Couch. Thank you, Baroque. There you go, Couch. I'm telling you, man. What's up, man? Breaking 2, Electric Boogaloo. It's all about it. Alrighty, all right. I'm still thinking, Baroque, you got my brain like firing up and trying to think of like movies. Like what movies do I know? I've seen a lot of movies. I'm trying to think of what has a really crazy soundtrack. It actually hurts my brain. I'm kidding. Oh man, really? I thought he's alive, man. I recently thought I saw Jean-Claude Van Damme doing something recently. I don't know. Lost, man. I read a lot of news and I see a lot of stuff and I forget a lot of stuff pretty fast. So yeah, that'd be a bummer nonetheless. People didn't like him. People loved him. Some people loved him. Some people didn't like him. Oh, there you go, Cash. Yeah, The Crow does have a really cool soundtrack. It's got some really cool songs and it flows really well. Yeah, I would have to agree. The Crow has as far as like a soundtrack with songs of bands and stuff. That's one of the best. Yeah, yeah. Anti's hit that on the mark right there for sure. Yeah, because they got like great songs over the time. I'll tell you what though, there's a song on the what's that? Bunny, what's it? Buffy the Vampire Slayer, the movie. Buffy the Vampire Slayer, the movie. There is a track on there that is basically Pantera and Rob Halford, and the song is called "Light Comes Out." I think Light Comes Out of Black. The part of the soundtrack blows. This song is killer. It's one of the coolest songs you'd ever hear if you never heard it. Anti, you could probably find it real quick. up on there. Yeah. Just look for Rob Halford, Light Comes Out of Black. It's literally Pantera. Rob Halford. Sick. Image, what's up, man? Yeah. I've definitely been around. I've been slacking on those comments, like I was saying earlier. I've cut through a couple of them. I always read every single one of them. I read every single comment that comes through every day. Replying back to them in a timely fashion. That's a different story for me lately. I'm trying. This week I'm gonna take the time and try and knock them out. Indie Love Buffy. That's a good movie. I like the movie, the original movie. I didn't like the series, the TV, but the movie itself I thought the movie was cool. It was a fun movie to watch. But when that Rob Halford Pantera jam came in, I was like, what? Oh my God. And there you go. Yeah, Steve knows what I'm talking about. Yeah. That's a crushing jam. You know. Where did he go? That was like the riff, and then oh, I know it's in the key of E. Man, yeah. There you go. If you want to check that song out, yeah. Pantera featuring Rob Halford, like it's amazing, classic song. It's so underrated too. Steel Dragon soundtrack, yeah. There's some ripping jams. And that's got a lot of cool singers on it. Like it was like Jeff Scott Soto was on there, a bunch of other bands. The songs that they wrote for that movie was pretty cool. It's a Rockstar movie. It's like a guilty pleasure for me. It's probably a horrible movie and all said and done, but it's a fun movie to watch. I enjoy watching. That's for sure. All right, what do we got? All right, we're kicking in some album jams. Yeah. So yeah, June 7th, my album came out. The 2003 album has been remastered, and it's on iTunes, it's on Amazon, a bunch of other streaming platforms. It is a monumental album that I did. It is remastered fully for the digital age, and it is thumping. If you are on iTunes or Amazon or all any of those places that you get your music digitally, go check out Rick Renstrom, Until the Bitter End. And we're going to play the title track from that song right about now. And here she goes, Until the Bitter End. all right. Until the bitter end. That's a poppin' jam. Ripper. Full ripping for sure. Couch says Pantera with Rob Halford sounds amazing. It was. I think because Rob Halford at the time lived in Texas, and he used to go see Pantera, and they became friends. And then I think Pantera, one of the two, Rob Halford got offered to do a song for the movie, or Pantera. But I believe on the tape, it was Rob Halford. They didn't really give Pantera any credit there, at least on the song. It was just basically Rob Halford. So, but yeah, it was amazing for sure. Brooke says we'll check out the Buffy Pantera song. Yeah, absolutely, check it out. And that's for sure. Movies today are pretty bad. It's gotten worse and worse and worse over the years. Has got a link for Image. Check out Image if you'd like, for sure. Image. I didn't know you had a page, Image. Anti's got all the pages here. Got some stuff. Dude, I'm sorry, Image. I didn't know you had a page. Man. I'm gonna subscribe to that right now. Let's see. Baroque says Jeff Scott was one of his favorites. Yeah, yeah, for sure. The original Rising Force album and the Marching Out is fantastic. Jeff Scott Soto just kills it on those, and he's probably the best. For the Ingve stuff, I don't know though. I mean, Ingve always had some great singers. There's no doubt. I liked Goran Edman quite a bit. I thought he had a really nice melodic voice. He was really good. Joe Lynn, of course. Mark Bowles. I didn't really like a lot of, except for the trilogy album. I really didn't like when Mark Bowles came back. I didn't really listen to the Ingve albums at that point, but I know Mark Bowles is fantastic. Mark Bowles had a band called Ring of Fire, which is just unbelievable. Graham Bonnet. Graham Bonnet's one of my favorites. I loved Graham Bonnet with Rainbow. I love Graham Bonnet with MSG. I love Graham Bonnet with Alcatraz. He's the man. He's the man. Gosh, thanks, Darrell. There it is. In case you didn't hear me, and you need to see it. 2003 Until the Bitter album is now on sale everywhere digitally. Please, please, please check it out. Thanks, Indy. I'm gonna have to echo anti-statement there. Yeah, I am a Vikings. The way Jeff Scott sings it, insane. Thanks, Kim. Indy says her channel, she's taking a break until September, but I'd love to have musicians. Yeah, for sure. I would love to do that. Again, that was fun. Friday nights, I do TikTok on Friday night from 10 to 11. So we'll have to see if I can sneak in there after my TikTok. I usually do an hour to an hour and a half, depending how things go. TikTok has been, I've been like, it's one of those things, you do great at it for a while, and then it starts to taper off, and it's just like feels like, why am I doing this? That's kind of how TikTok is right now. We'll see. Well, we got a name in Asian language. Looks like Japanese, perhaps. I can't read the name, but thank you so much. Appreciate you. Thanks, Indy. Couch. There you go, Kim. Thank you. Image says, yeah, they're giving Robert Downey a ton of money to do the Doctor Doom thing. I just don't even feel like checking out. I mean, if it comes on Disney Plus, I'll go check it out. But I'm not going to the theater to go check some of this. I checked a lot of the original, all the old Marvel, up to when the Endgame, when they finished it. Basically, I watched every Marvel in the theater. And now I'm kind of like, not so much. Not. There you go. See, yeah, that live insurrection is. Yo, Wazona, what's up, man? Good to see you. I says, new channel. Does Rick Renstrom know you as someone? Maybe. Could be High Say or Glam Marshall, perhaps. Wazona's feeling very sick today, but good to see me. Thanks, man. I feel that. I hope you feel better for sure. Being sick is no fun. I didn't feel too good on Monday. And kind of dribbled on the whole week, so wasn't too crazy. But yeah, runny nose, big thing all week. Hope you feel better, man. Crank up the meds and the OJs. Sure. Baroque just got the album on Amazon. That's sweet. That's awesome, man. I appreciate that, Baroque. The couch says that Schechter looks sick in the review. Yeah, I'm gonna check that out too. That is a nice one. I've never seen that. It's like a Schechter Telecaster. Pretty sweet, man. I like to get a Telecaster one day just to have one. I never had one. My uncle has one, and I might have played it once. Image saw Soto doing Jet to Jet. Yeah, he does that on the Yngwie Live 85. They do Jet to Jet. It's okay, yeah, but no one can touch Graham with that one. I can't wait. There's actually, I don't know if no one knows. If you don't know, I'm here to tell you. Graham Bonnet has a new band, and it has Jeff Loomis playing guitar and Van, both from Nevermore. So basically, yeah, he's got the drummer and the guitar player of Nevermore, and Jeff Loomis is real excited about it. So can't wait to hear that. Bran, what's up? Good to see you. Thank you so much. Okay. Okay, Andy, that sounds good. Yeah, please let me know. I mean, I could probably even cancel out if it's that's a that's a milestone right there, so for sure. Anti says it equals eel. Interesting. Dog Doctor, what's up there, bud? What you picking? We're picking. We got all kinds of stuff ready. I've been cranking them down here. We're gonna keep it cranking. Drinking Mountain Dew as usual. Never had a Schecter. I don't think I played one like way long ago. I've always owned Charvels or Jacksons. That is it. I do have two Fender Strats, and they play horribly. One is like a American Standard, and we tried to. My friend helped me try and turn it into like a Frankenstein Yngwie Strat. It plays like garbage. I've got a Floyd Rose Fender Strat, which is it's a real nice guitar, but the Floyd is not routed out, so it's like flat on there. It's like, what's the point of having this Floyd? So I would have to have that routed out, and that's kind of. Let's see what we got. All right, we'll kick into another jam from the album. This one's called the Fire Within. This one's a heavy-duty jam here. I'm still trying to get it 100%. There's always something wrong. I probably curse myself or jinx myself by saying that every time. I try. I keep trying to make this perfect. One day, one day. It's a tough song, though. So close. I'm clocking that at 99.7% accurate. Three times. Three times. Hit a small, very small, small enough. Hey, what it is. It's that means I'm human and not from another planet. Actually, human. Wazona just sold a Made in Mexico player strat. Those are nice, man. There's nothing wrong with it. I mean, I don't know what the parts are all created here in the States, I believe, and they're just shipped down to Mexico to put them together with, you know, what's the word? People that know how to put together guitars. So it's not like they made it. They made it always very odd. It's made in Mexico. No way, bro. Like it's like don't drink the water or something. But I've played some the Mexican made in Mexico strats. They're fine. I don't know what to do. Kim says there's a whole area of artists and music and movies I missed because of 60-hour week. Yeah, I feel that. I've been there. Good part of my start of my career at where I work now is nothing but work. It was crazy. Oh, guys got the thinking cap. What you thinking? What you thinking, Anti? Lady Campion, how you doing? Good to see you. I was thinking about you today. Like I got to finish that song, and I have the stuff now. Glad you're here. I've been working with this new program called Musio, which is super high quality symphony sounds, pianos, everything. So I'm gonna take that song and I'm gonna throw it through this system. I'm gonna get it all together very soon. This I promise. Well, thank you for hanging, stopping by, and I appreciate that. Image, nice man. Yeah, that's one of my favorites. I love playing this song. I used to play it a lot back in the day when I wrote it. Man, it's so hard to play nowadays. Very difficult. Anti's got the link there for Lady Campion. If you haven't haven't gone or seen or heard Lady Campion, by all means go check out her page and subscribe. Yay. She's an amazing vocalist. Very, 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 very good voice. Be sure to check that out. And we got something planned in the future. It's been planned for a while, but I am horrible with no time in my life usually, or motivations. I have a song. Be ready for that. We'll post it on her channel when it's. Thanks, Dog Doctor. I appreciate you, man. Couch says this is. I like that. This is Dragon Slaying music. Yeah, that's why I used to write a lot like that. You know, writing. Try and write a story within the song because I do all instrumental stuff mainly. So there's no lyrics, no nothing. So I have to kind of make soundtracks up with ideas. And that song, strangely enough, is written about the volcano on Mars. I think it's called Mons Olympus Mons, and that's where the inspiration for the song came from. The Fire Within. I used to dabble in a lot of substances as a younger person. And I was looking at some pictures of this on the internet, and I was out of my head, and I was like, "Oh man, wonder what kind of fire was within that man," and yeah, pretty much that. So I wrote the song shortly thereafter. Like, don't slay anti-dragon, man. I love that dragon. I watch House of the Dragons like it's one of my favorite. Game of Thrones, House of the Dragons. I'm loving this House of the Dragons show. It's like by far one of my favorite shows right now. And the dragons in this show are easy. Look, there's gonna be some crazy battles going on. There's already a crazy battle. Watch out! Watch. Oh, thanks, Kill All. Appreciate that, man. I love that. That's the get your pool style right there, man. The old dime bag style rippers there. Thanks, Cindy. Thanks, Couch. Thank you, lady. Andy. Anarchy Aura. Thanks, man. Appreciate that. There you go, Couch. Yeah, if you got the soundtrack behind you, time is time. It's gonna be tough. Like, thank you, Kim. Yeah, Andy, for sure. Like it was a while ago. It was doing one of the live streams that they had for the stuff back in the day, and I don't know, she was singing something, and I was like, wow, I got an idea, and I started writing music for it, for a song, and then he was working on some stuff, and I just kind of I got millions of things. Like my list, my let's see, it's my laundry list of stuff to do is insane. I have so many ideas, so many things. I've always said I need 8 more hours in the day, and I'd probably be good. We're gonna get there. It's gonna be nice. It's not gonna be any heavy metal or craziness like that. Don't worry. I won't even have. I don't think I'll even have the story guitar in it. I'll probably use my classical guitar and do some classical nylon string sound. It's gonna be very orchestrated. The bass part I have right now, and it's got piano in it and stuff like that. So pretty well. Get ready. He says, "No worries, she's up behind a lot of projects." Yeah, I appreciate that. I haven't forgotten about you, so don't worry, don't worry. Dark Renaissance. He says, "Hey Rick, what's up, bud?" He says, "Are you a fan of Andy LaRock?" My God, dude, yes, I love Andy LaRock. Andy is my top five of all time guitar players. I learned I heard the what did I say? I watched the video called "The Family Ghost" that was on MTV back in whatever 1988, seven, I can't remember, maybe 87. And I was astounded when Andy LaRock played the guitar solo. I was like, what? I immediately got the Abigail album, and I learned every song, every solo that he played, because there were two guitar players. I even learned the other guitar player stuff too. But I really put emphasis on the Andy LaRock solos. I learned them note for note, practiced them day in and day out. About the Fatal Portrait album, I learned that one all the way through, all Andy's solos. Practiced those. When Them came out, I learned all the Andy solos again. So I constantly learned Andy LaRock. I knew a little bit of the stuff he played on Death too. A couple of solos there. Yeah, one of my greatest inspirations, honestly. And if you dig deep on my channel, I have a video. Maybe Anti can find it. It's called "How to Andy LaRock in 30 Seconds," and it came out pretty good. I mean, it sounds like Andy LaRock. I could probably find it. I gotta find it. Probably Anti is probably better. My links are always funky. I can find it. Pop this video in the chat. Anti, if it's all funky or whatever, you can fix it. Anyway. Ooh. Dark says, yeah, your style reminds me of him who was my guitar. That's amazing, dude. Yeah. If you stick around, I'll throw down some King. I'll throw down a King down. We did it last week too, but I love playing the solo for I have the solo for Welcome Home. I'll play that. Kim says that'll be it will be, I promise. I mean, I have in my head, I can hear it all in my head. The whole song is like insane. It's like a soundtrack of insanity. I want to get it finished. Get it finished. Anti's got it right there. War of Thrones, Leash. All those are my former bands, along with my solo album that just came out. Top five my favorite guitar players. So if you want to play like me, you gotta learn these dudes: Yngwie, Richie Blackmore, Uli Roth, Al Di Meola, and Andy LaRock. Those are my top five dudes. I put most of my time and effort into learning all those, and then mixing it up to what I do now. All right, thanks again, brother. I appreciate that, man. It says, "Yeah, I'm gonna marathon season 2 here. Train soon." Yeah, absolutely, dude. Absolutely, man. I can't stress enough how good this show is, how enjoyable it is, and how I'm on the edge of my seat every week, and I want to see more. And sadly, Nick, this tomorrow is the finale. And we're gonna have to probably wait till like 2026 to see another season. So it's gonna be rough. It's gonna be rough. Dog Doctor loves dragons and dragonflies. Yeah, regular. Nice, dude. We got a Stardust will know. I think they're dragonflies. Like we go outside and there's this one area. It's like nothing but dragonflies, like something like that. They're constantly floating around. Pretty insane. Dog Doctor is the dragon whisperer. Image remembers that family ghost. Yeah, dude, I was blown away by it. I was blown away. I mean, it starts off like insane too. Oh, Keaton. See? Yeah, man, I love that song. It's one of my favorites. I'm sad because King Diamond's going to be in St. Petersburg in October. There's a meet and greet. Man, it's like $400 or something like that. You can meet King Diamond, and Andy the Rock. It's like $400, man. I'm like, oh. As much as I would love to meet Andy the Rock, I got $400 to drop on that. Image says he's just watching an interview from Michael Denner of Merciful Fate. He's talking about we got left out of the reunion. Ouch, yeah. Michael Denner was he's pretty instrumental in that band. That's a bummer. He's a really great guitar player too. I mean, he's not. He didn't influence me like Andy the Rock, but he still had a style to his own. Really good. There you go, Dark. Yeah, I love King Diamond, man. Like I said, he's going to be on tour at the end of the year. So check your city and see if he's going to be there. Tickets are quite expensive. So yeah, we'll see. But yeah, I would like to go. It's on a Saturday night. I think it's on a Saturday night too. But man, it's so expensive. And then I got to drive to St. Pete, which was like an hour, 45 minutes up the street. So a little bit. Anti says the link's good. Appreciate that. All right, there you go, Doctor. Yeah, those are my top. I'm gonna put a video out here real soon with my top 10 and go through all the guitar players that really influenced me. And the bottom 5 might surprise you, so we'll get there. It's coming soon. Okay, Stardust says they are dragonflies. Yeah, they're cool. There's a bunch of them, like 10 to 15 of these dragonflies. Cindy, thanks, Couch. Alan Cepeda says, that beer or soda? That would be soda, my man. I don't drink beer. Mountain Dew, 50 flavors. Yes, this is the 50 flavors Liberty Chill. It's insane. Tasty. Dark says, if we can get King Diamond to grant him a short video interview, it would dig up the $500. I feel you, man. It was crazy. The package is all like, you get a meet and greet with Andy and King. You get to, if you pay the big bucks, you get to like walk to the stage with King Diamond. You get to watch 3 songs from the side of the stage with King Diamond. I was like, dang, man. I mean, it's not like I don't have the money. I do. But do I want to spend the money? Not really. Spend a lot of money on other stuff. Kim asks, so is there like a CD or a download for us to buy? He's saying I didn't see any link. Yeah, I mean, it's really just wherever you go, check your music out. I don't know. I mean, I'm going to have to say most people have Amazon, like iTunes, like an iPhone, or Amazon Prime Music. You can buy it there. I think there was a link to the Amazon if you wanted to download the MP3s. Yeah. Yeah, I have an iPhone. Most people I know have iPhones and stuff like that. And it used to be on, I think Google Music disappeared, so it's not. But wherever you check out your digital streaming stuff, Kim, you can even on YouTube here. But if you want to buy it for sure, I would say iTunes, Apple Music, or Amazon Music. Through that, Dark. Dark wants a video interview. It could happen, man. Hey, take your phone and be like, "Hey, King, can I ask you a couple quick questions?" And whip it out, man. Do it up. Ain't that the truth? I feel that, Dog Doctor. I would love for that to happen. I mean, for some strange reason, Andy had to leave. I would totally do that gig. That would be a dream gig for me. I really only know so much King Diamond stuff anymore. Man, the stuff that I do know, I could. Anyway, let's kick it off with you know what time it is? It's 10 o'clock. It's actually after 10 o'clock, so we're running a little late here for our 10 o'clock speeder jam. So if you are a member of the channel, and I think it's only what $2.99, $3.99 a month to become a channel member, you can have some cool emojis, including the speeder emojis. And he's not here tonight, but big shout out to Jake Koenig, a member for 3 months. 3 months going. Jake has been subscribing to the live channel. So if you can, by all means do so. If you don't, totally fine too. It just helps the channel out for sure. And you get some cool stuff. You get private, private community posts that no one else can see. I'm going to be doing soon. I will announce it soon. I will be doing some of the shorts tracks that I do. I'll be uploading the clips to those as far as the music. So if you want to jam over the clips that I play on, you'll be able to do so. But you have to join the channel. And again, is it $3.99 a month? I don't know. Can't remember. I tried to make it as low price as possible. I really didn't want to. It might be $2.99. Someone could probably tell me. Turn on memberships. Yeah, man. There you go. That's it. You can join at any time you like. Join the channel. Again, if you don't, that's fine. It's not a big deal. I appreciate anyone's support, no matter what it is. Liking a video, commenting a video, anything. Just subscribing to the channel alone is fantastic. Appreciate it. Let's kick it off. Again, I'll make an announcement soon about that to try and push that a little bit. Kim has Google Music. It could be on there, Kim. I want to say it could be on there. Just check it out. Just look up my name, and hopefully it should pop up. I have not checked on Google Music though. I should. Anyway, again, I'll make an announcement soon on the community channel about joining. Again, once you join the channel, you get the emojis, and then if you're a guitar player or musician, I will have a little MP3 clips you can use. Oh, Couch went nuts over here. Thank you so much, Couch. So he hooked up. Couch got himself. Indy got a membership. Couch got a membership. Eric DeLeon got a membership. DeLucican. Hopefully we see him soon again, but he got himself a nice membership. So that's awesome. And Devin Aberman. All right. There you go. Couch, we appreciate that. That's super awesome of you. And now Couch has the cool emojis. Let's rock. Pump them up. This one is called The Speeder. Let's do this. I can turn my volume up. crazy harmonica in there. That tune is so cool. I'm so glad I found that song. That's been a big fan favorite around here, and it is really fun to play. When I do some of these songs for real, this one is definitely going to be one of them. No doubt about it. Elijah Branch loves my guitar playing. It's really inspiring. Man, thank you so much, Elijah. That means the world to me. I really, really appreciate you saying that. Thank you for hanging out tonight. Super, man. Appreciate it. Anti's up in here saying chat matters, lurks matters, lurkers matter, loungers matter. Rick Renstrom. God bless you, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Alan Cepeda, thank you so much. Appreciate that. Couch is happy. This you see some names you recognize us for sure, man. Good, man. I think I missed something earlier. We roll back up. Oh yeah, Dark says, you don't know me, but we're gonna do some solos. Yeah, absolutely, buddy. I remember you for sure, and I'm more than happy to. You know, a lot of people, I get a lot of requests, and I'm happy to do it. I love playing solos. I love making, you know, someone gives me something to play over. I love doing that, and I don't expect anything. I don't care. You know, I'm looking for money for some of that. You know, maybe it'll help you. Maybe it'll help me. You never know. But I feel that if I do stuff like that, I kind of give back, pay it forward, doing solos on people's stuff. You never know. You just never know where it could go. But by all means, buddy, let me know whenever you're ready. Like I said, shoot me an email on on my Gmail account. Take a look. All right. Miss it again. If I forgot, Alan, again, thank you for that. Dark says like a straight disciple of Andy the Rock right there, no doubt. Andy drips through me like constantly, you know, in my playing. I love the stuff that he does, especially the whammy bar stuff's probably my favorite. That's totally Andy style right there. That's Andy Trump. That's Andy whammy bar right there. Dog Doctor, hey, thank you so much, man. I appreciate you, man. It's always very nice to see that. Thank you so much. You know, maybe it's time. Sometimes I see things. I got it. Dog Doctor Tim. I wanted to say for a long time it was Dog Doctor Trim, but now it's Tim. So now I know. Thank you, Andy, for pointing that out. Because I'm like, who's Tim? Oh, Dog Doctor Tim. I get it. That was helpful. Oh, nice, Indy. There you go. I'm sorry, Kim's. There you go. Yeah, the CDs. The CDs aren't mine. They're all over the place. But yeah, you can usually get one for 10, $20 or something like that. It's an old CD. It's rare. So if you find one, yeah, awesome. There, that's awesome. Don't pay the $600. So some guy trying to sell my CD for $600. Please, no one do that. Please, no one. Thanks, Elijah. Thanks, Image. There you go, Anti. Speed increase. That's one gigabyte of speed right there. Elijah asked a question. Can you check out my music? Yeah, I'd love to. I'd be happy to, Elijah. Anti, tell Anti or put the information in the chat, Elijah, and then Anti will find your stuff and put a link to it. Okay, never mind. Elijah, you just dropped my channel. Let me look for it. Nice, Dark. Yeah, no problem, man. Yeah, I appreciate the credit or that, but yeah, you know, but I'm not gonna be like, yeah, man, it's gonna cost you $300 for me to play on your record, man. No, I don't care. Like I said, it takes me some time. You know, I might not get it like the exact day you want it, but it'll take me like a week or so. You know, I gotta fit it in and stuff like that. That's my only problem. Time. Guitar is a part-time job for me. I have a full-time job, so I basically have two jobs, essentially. But at least I have fun playing guitar. That's the good stuff. Couch likes that one. Nice, dude. Yeah, I do have that on my YouTube channel, my main page. There's a version of it, probably one of the better versions, best versions I do. Put that in your playlist if you got a playlist cooking, man. Well, I was only had to go to the garage and put some frozen pizza. Dang, dude. I feel that. Elijah says I deserve more subs. I appreciate that, Elijah. I would love to have more. I mean, I think I hit 11,000 today, honestly, which is pretty awesome. Okay, it's 11,002. So hey, we're looking better. Yeah, it's cool though, and I do have an Instagram account that has 18.5 or 18.6 thousand followers, and I also have a TikTok that has 26. So all in all, I have 50,000 people around this world that support me, and that is unbelievable. A year ago, I had nothing. I was zero of anything. I had no Instagram, no TikTok. I maybe had a 200 subscribers on here on YouTube, and to be sitting here today and going, yeah, I got 50,000 people out there in the world that are feeling what I do. That's amazing. Yeah, I think the numbers are what's bad for me to look at. I hate looking at numbers because, man, on Instagram, I've gotten over 6 million views. 6 million people have watched my video, reviewed the video, but I only have close to 20,000 followers. So it's, wow, the rate of a person watching your video versus them following your channel is, wow. That's a small percentage. That's a horrible percentage. But you know what? It is what it is. And 6 million people saw me. And you never know who in that 6 million may be able to help me. It's all good. Okay, I can try, Elijah. Yeah, sure, man. Couch sending some good vibes. I hate getting sick. I wasn't fully. I was like, it was just runny nose for me, yeah, all week, and then it would like go away, and then it come back. And I never like colds. Colds and flus are horrible. Bad news. All right, my list. We just played some crazy fast stuff. We're gonna slow it down. One of my favorite songs. A great solo at the end. I played it on 2 weeks ago. In case you missed it, I put a video out 2 weeks ago, basically called Ballads and Chill, and it's pretty much all of my slow songs. And I kind of pre-record them because like there's 1 week out of 8 I can't live stream, so I wanted to put something up there. So if you're ever interested in listening to the slower songs, I do have a video for that. It is on my channel. Be checking it out if you like. Also, I think we got enough people here. I'm going to say next week it's going to be very busy for me. As I've said earlier, I am literally 100 hours away from the final monetization hurdle that YouTube does. 100 small hours. So next week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I will be live streaming at close to 10 o'clock, about 10 o'clock every night, just for an hour. Just trying to drum up any more hours I possibly can. I don't expect you to be there any day. I know you have a lot going on. If you're there, cool. If you're not, don't worry about it. I'm literally going to turn on, start playing an hour, and turn off. Nothing more than that. Be a little chatting here and there, but it's going to be pretty much just trying to get some views, trying to get some hours. If anyone out there wants to help out, just go watch some of my videos. My long form videos, not the shorts, but the longer videos. Make sure you give those a check. If you have time, watch a live stream. Anything you can do to help is fully appreciated. It helps me out. I'm just 100 small hours away. So we're gonna try and get there this week to finish that off. Anyway, there you go, I'm sorry, there you go, Indy. The Rickathon, absolutely. She's eating spicy food, burning it. I feel it. Yeah, it's gonna be a heck of a Rickathon all week. I'm hoping that if I get 5, 10 hours a day, that's 50, like be 50 hours in a week, plus what we get tonight, which is usually around 35 to 40 hours. Yeah. Oh, Kim's got to deal with the neighbor drama Saturday night. Catch us later. All right, no problem, Kim. Take care. Stay safe. Hopefully, see you again soon. Hey, we'll do this. Hopefully, this will send some good vibes to Kim's drama. This one is called "Pages Left Unturned." Yeah. I don't know what it is about that song. I don't know what it is, but man, that song gets me hyped up. Cool. Really cool emotional. It's an old song too. I wrote it a long time ago. I have fun playing. Marzan, what's up, man? Good to see you, buddy. Elijah says, by the way, just when you know you hear it playing for 2.5 years. 2.5 years? Okay. Not a problem, not a problem. I don't know. I didn't see the link. Anti has not posted. You may have to send it to me. He may have to email it to me. It's all good either way, but we will check it out. We'll look you up. Copy that. Yeah, nice. All right. Out here. See nothing. Copy that. Good, we good? Anti says, I will, just in case you didn't hear me, I will be live every day next week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, of course. I will be doing like the vertical video style. That it's a maybe I'll do the horizontal kind, but most likely I'll be doing the vertical style. YouTube supposedly pushes that a little more than the horizontal version, so I'm just trying to get hours. So enjoy watching me practice. Probably I'm just gonna be playing the jams and cranking up and hanging out and chatting here and there. Ours is yeah 3-8 3-3. I feel that, man. Not a worry, not a worry. Wazona will head on up. I appreciate it, Wazona. Yeah, it's all good. Like I said, I'm gonna do it no matter what, and see what happens. If I get 20 extra hours for all that, it was a win. It was a win. But don't you see? I didn't see it, man. Let me look again. Chat is on fire, which is good. Last week was very slow. Got Dark Renaissance. I think. Oh, I found it. I found it. All right, sorry, man. All right, let's check out Eli. All right, let me find out. Eli says, what song was it again, Eli or Elijah? Sorry, Eli. I did find an anti. Thank you. I am. There's a lot of chat happening. Trying to catch up. He said, check it on a stream. I'll see. Okay, he says Divine's the best one. Divine, one song. We got some nice acoustic jams. Clean, sounds clean. Added some it's kicked in. So listening to Elijah, if you go to his channel, Elijah Branch. I'm listening to a song called The Divine right now. It's heavy, man. Nice tones, good tones. I'm gonna skip forward to 121 here, like you said. I'm not gonna play it all of it, but yeah, Elijah, very good, man. That's really good, dude. I'm gonna save it here. I'm gonna listen to the rest of it later. That's good. Check it out. Check it out, man. Anti's got the link up there somewhere. I think it was above where Tim did the tip. Man, that's cool, man. Good stuff. As far as production, sound like you're still getting there, but I think the guitar playing sounds good. The tone's good. Good ideas, good melodies, good rhythms. Keep it up, man. 2.5 years, that ain't bad, man. I'll listen to the whole tune later on. Mars Zenz, you've been trying to have my videos play while I'm doing random stuff. That's cool, Mars. I appreciate that. That's helpful, man. Any hours, it helps. Like literally, I did get it to like 39.20 hours, and then it dropped down to like 38.99. Then I went back to 3900. And the problem is right now, the sad reality is that anything from 365 days ago essentially gets dropped off. So I lose hours as I gain. So that's why I'm doing the live streams next week and just pumping as many hours as I possibly can. And again, tonight's live stream will probably give me 20 to 30, maybe 40 hours like that. And then hopefully if I get another 40 or 50 hours just live streaming next week, we'll get there. Mark added some more jams to his playlist. Nice, dude. I'll check them out, man. I got it hooked up, so I do check them out. I know maybe I say? I can't remember if I asked, but yeah, you had some cool stuff. Like some of my buddies on there, and one it was the James Norton and the Jay Tarantino, Ethereus. And actually, Ethereus, I think they're releasing a new song. I don't know if it's today, tomorrow, or yesterday. I've heard a couple of bits and pieces. It's pretty sick. Jay's an amazing guitar player. You did a video for it too. I know it's here on YouTube. All right, let me see. We got 20 minutes left here. Let me see what other jam sessions I got. What I was gonna do. I'm gonna play this. I haven't played this song in a minute. It's kind of fun. It's in my. I wrote it about Game of Thrones. It's called Seven Hells. I remember the key of it. All right. Seven Hells, the heavy metal Game of Thrones. that in a minute, but that's a fun. I like the changes of that. Very cool chord. Interesting melodies. Cool song, though. Cool song. Thanks, Mars. Feeling that one. I started messing with this one lick I was working on. It was like a. How was it doing? Oh yeah, but yeah, you can kind of play a harmonic minor scale in this. And do all 3-note patterns there. Usually I do this, I'll go. I made something up earlier this week and went kind of the same lick, but I had the third string to it. Something like that. I started playing with that actually today. When I was warming up before the live stream, I was making that up. All right, Mountain Dew done. We're in the fruit punch for the remainder. Mark says, what he doesn't like about YouTube on many things is that videos tell you when they posted months or years ago, many times inaccurate. Why not just list the date on YouTube? Yeah, I feel that, man. That was kind of weird. YouTube's weird that way. I mean, I'll see some stuff. It's like recommended video from like 3 years ago. I'm like, why are you trying to recommend a video from 3 years ago to me? And the problem with YouTube and anything, Instagram, TikTok, they don't like really push to your subscribers. Like you work so hard to get subscribers, and then when you put out a video, YouTube just starts pushing it to new people, more new people, and then they'll kind of put it in your subscribers' feeds and stuff like that. But honestly, it's just constantly looking for new people. It's never like I wish there was a way that I could say, I want this video to only be pushed to my subscribers. Only show this video to my subscribers. And there's no way to do it. There's no way to do it. So it's weird, man. But it is what it is. I can only work within the system that they provide. And try very hard. Thank you, Couch. Thanks, Anti. Thank you, Indy. Appreciate that, Couch. Nice, man. Someone says JRE does that. I feel that. Synth popping in. Showing some support, man. I appreciate that, buddy. You're the man, bro. I appreciate y'all, your support too. Heading to bed. I feel that, man. I wake up late. I wake up like at 2 o'clock on Saturdays and weekends. Mars says the ending of the song had a good ending, unlike a GOT. I feel that, man. Yeah, and it's George R. R. Martin's fault, Mars. I mean, he didn't finish the book that would have, made the last series. Last season correct. So they wrote their own season, and it was I. And George R. R. Martin's about to finish this book, so. Mark says when he strummed go that fast, his minds were Petrucci. Nice, dude. I love John Petrucci. I used to have the Petrucci video. I watched it, but it was never like a major influence on my playing. But he's cut from a lot of the same cloth that I am with the Al Di Meola style of playing. It says, I hope everyone's having a good day. Absolutely, man. I hope you're having a great day and a great weekend as well. We're expecting a potential tropical storm tomorrow, so we're hoping it pushes off a little to the left and doesn't hit us, Floridians, but we shall see. Image says it's getting crazy. I don't think it'll be much longer before someone will want to. I hope so. You never know what is out there. So, like I said, I do this because I love doing it. I love to play guitar. I've always loved playing guitar. It's what I wanted to aspire to be, a guitar player, and I did make it to a certain point, worldwide fame or whatever you want to call it, or something like that. But yeah, so now I'm back and I'm just having fun. You never knew who's out there who's watching, so I'm wide open. You can hit me in the comments. You can hit me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok here. My email is easily findable. A lot of easy stuff. I'm always hanging. Thanks, Sense. Appreciate that. Yeah, you're right, man. YouTube is a strange beast. I just do what I do and keep it going, man. Keep it going. Zach, what's up, man? He says, defo gotta stay hydrated with all that training on. I feel that, man. It gets hot up in here, man. A lot of blood flowing. I gotta keep pushing, man. But the Mountain Dew gets me hyped up. The Mountain Dew is like an upper, and the fruit punch is kind of the downer. Because I'm gonna slow it down here. Here you go, couch. Yeah, Mark. They're always tweaking that algorithm, so who knows? Man. Some days it works, some days it don't, man. Wazona says, "Hey Rick, do you have any biographies?" Really, no. No one's ever done any like major story or biography about me. Nothing else. I remember when I was in my late 20s, I was writing a book, my own biography. Like, oh man, I'll write a book, man, because I thought I was gonna be famous. It didn't get fully famous. I got partially famous. Europe and Japan famous. So the book never came out, and I'd probably laugh my tail off if I don't remember. I was right on cause. Carlos asks, "Hey Rick, how come some Jacksons have Charvel on the headstock?" It's interesting. Okay. I see what you mean. Yeah, because it'll say, well, this one doesn't, but it'll say Jackson Charvel. Yeah. So back in the day, Jackson and Charvel were partners. Wayne Charvel and Grover Jackson, they both had their own shop together, and they worked out of that. And Wayne Charvel made his Charvel guitars, kind of like Super Strats, and then Grover Jackson made all the kind of real pointy, cool guitars like the Flying V's and the Kellys and all this stuff, all the pointy guitars. And then they started kind of just like using a lot of each other's stuff. But yeah, there are some guitars out there that will say Charvel Jackson on them, like Charvels. So probably if they say Charvel Jackson, it probably means that series of guitars was a combination of ideas between the two of them, the two guys. Oh, Mark says, if it was only Mountain Dew, that would make someone play as good as me. I know, right? They could probably use that and say, "You want to play guitar this fast? Drink the Mountain Dew," and then all the shredders would buy. Mark says, George Armand's sci-fi show wasn't very good. Yeah, I didn't watch it, man. I wasn't feeling it. No. I don't know, man. I love the house, the Song of Ice and Fire stuff. That was what I read. I read that book while ago, in the mid to late '90s, and it was really awesome. It was a really cool book to read. It's probably the last book I read, in that respect. But I never read any other of the older stuff. So like all this House of the Dragon stuff, I really have no idea what was going on or who the people were. So it was cool. It was kind of like I went in. So I appreciate it, Arizona, man. I do appreciate that. It means a lot to me when people say that. And like I said, if I can inspire just one person, then job done. But from what I understand, a lot of people get inspired and use that to push themselves even further in their guitar playing. So that's super. Lady says you could do a podcast reading your book. Oh God, oh, I really I found a copy of it, but when I open it, it's like all crazy. I don't even know wingding text or something wacky like that. So yeah, I'd have to find a way to convert it and figure out what the heck he even said. Mark asks, "What country do I think are most known in?" Probably, well, it'd be one of the European Union countries. Probably Germany is probably one of the biggest. Yeah, I say Germany. And there's a few thereafter, pretty well known. Of course, Japan. When I went to Japan, it spread like wildfire. I did interview with like Young Guitar and Burn Magazine. On like two different TV shows in Japan, just as a guest. People were loving it, and then man, it's like we just only went the once, and then we were there for like a week and a half. Or something. It was really amazing, but yeah, we never went back. And then I pretty much stopped playing guitar right after, shortly after me going to Japan. Probably the end of that year, I stopped playing guitar. So it would have gotten pretty big in Japan. Gosh, Shredsylvania, there you go. Right on, Zach. That's what's up, man. Mars says I'm underground famous. Yeah, I feel that. I mean, I'm getting there. I mean, I probably have more fans now that I did, but see, I don't know. When I was playing guitar in the 2000s, I can't tell you how many fans I had because I had no idea. I had no number. I just know that the albums that I was on it sold this amount of X amount of copies. So yeah, I don't know. It could have been a lot. It could have been less. But I was in a lot of magazines. I got probably 20 plus magazines in the closet with that I'm in and featured in. Pretty cool. Mel Mark says he never heard of Charville until he tuned into me. Was Charville a separate company and bought by Jackson? They were separate companies and they just worked together. Honestly, they had like whatever their guitar shop in California, and yeah, they had Charville side, they had a Jackson side, and it got bigger and bigger. Of course, they opened a factory in Japan. That's where these guitars come from. Was a Japanese factory, so they would ship all these. Well, they wouldn't even ship all these parts. All this stuff was made in Japan completely. The bodies, the necks, pickups, everything was made in Japan. Now this guitar, this year of guitar '92 is the one that's most special to me because this is the first year they made these guitars, and this was like Jackson's stab at a Charvel Predator, which is virtually the same guitar. Maybe next week I'll break out the Charvel Predator if I can get it out of the closet. Bad news. But the Charvel Predator was this exact guitar, but only had 22 frets, and it had a slanted, stacked single coil pickup. So Jackson said, okay, I'm going to make 2 extra frets. I'm going to add the humbucker in the front, and I'm going to carve out all these parts to make it a lighter body, lighter frame. I call it a dinky body. That's what he called it. And then they were so rushed on production that these Floyd Roses say Charvel on them. So and every year after that, 93 and on, at Jackson. So these are the ones that I search for the most. And they play amazing, and I love this particular. I think it's the JT590 Floyd Rose Bridge. It's a Shaler, made by the Shaler German company. These are the best ones. So if I ever get a new guitar, it's got to have a Shaler. Shaler. Oh, there you go, Indy. Feel that. I don't think I'll be doing that. I don't think I'll be doing any reading of that novel. I think it's probably get a good laugh, honestly. I probably need someone to, proofread it and make it better. This guy right there, man. We do what we love and we love what we do. It's called simply music. And absolutely, bud. Yeah. 100%, man. Just play. I get so many, I see so many comments. God, these kids are just like, oh man, like I don't even know, you're better than me. This, that, the other thing. I wish, like, dude, don't ever worry about who's better, who's worse, who's this, who's that. Just play your instrument. Play it that you love. Play because you love playing it. People think they're gonna learn how to play guitar and become some rock star, something like overnight. It's not. It don't work that way. It takes years of dedication and practice, and people don't understand that. So it's weird. Again, I have all these videos in the process, but I do have one video, kind of like that guitar playing is not a competition that I'm working on. It's gonna have, yeah, Wazoni, you're right, bud. I got sidetracked, but yes, now Fender owns both Charvel and Jackson. They sold the company. I think there was a time where they did fully separate. Yeah, some odd reason, but they remained close. I don't know. It was weird. It's a strange story. Wazona's having a Charvel and a Jackson. Heck yeah, man. I've got 3 Charvels in the closet, and they're all the same Charvel Predator model, which Charvel. Mark says, sounds like Charvel and Jackson were almost sister companies the way that. Yeah, it was pretty much, I would say that's probably right. They worked in conjunction with each other and they bounced ideas. They were great friends. Wayne and Grover, they were really great friends, and they made guitars for a lot of famous people. And those famous people took those guitars and made the company huge, because everyone, once Randy Rhoads came out with this Jackson Flying V, people were flocking to get this. Eddie Van Halen played a Charvel, made by Wayne Charvel. People started buying Charvels left and right. So yeah, they gave the guitars to the right people, and then of course, it kept going on. People like Jakey Lee played Charvel, Warren DeMartini played Jacksons and Charvel, and then the Robin Crosby played Jackson. So yeah, it's just like the '80s were like Charvel and Jackson, and then you had other companies. Even George Lynch was playing a Charvel for a while, but then other companies started poaching people like, "Hey, come play for us." So George went to ESP, and some players went to other Ibanez, stuff like that. Yeah, I'm gonna play one more song real quick. I've been talking a lot. We're gonna, this one we'll play this. We'll wrap up, and then we'll say our goodbyes. And yeah, hang tight. This one's called "How Much Longer." how much longer is that gonna go? That's the name of the song. How much longer? But yeah, that's a cool one. It's the only bit of goodie. I enjoy playing that one. A lot of cool. Let me go read up these comments. Couch got himself a new Gretsch and a Fender. Owned that now. Ooh, nice, dude. Those are, yeah, Gretsch are classic guitars, man. Definitely for a certain style of music, but man, who's it? Chet Atkins plays a Gretsch. And man, can he make that sing, boy? Mars asks, how many guitars do I have in total now? Great question. All right, so I got 5 over here. These are, I have 5 of these Jackson Dinky reverse press from 1992. 3 of them are black. 1 is blue in the back, and this one's purple. I have 3 more Charvel Predators on top of that, so that's 8. I have 2 Fender Strats, that is 10, and then a Chet Atkins nylon SST Epiphone Chet Atkins SST with 11. Actually, I have 2 more on top of that, but I'm going to give those away real soon. There's some Frankenstein Jacksons that I have that I'm going to go ahead and give away to some 2 lucky subscribers real soon. Working on that plan. Ozone says 5153 is a Fender too. Nice. Yeah, Fender's bought up a whole bunch of stuff. Fortunately, Fender's always been making things worse and worse. Where's ice cream at? You got ice cream anytime? Stardust got ice cream? I know we got mixers. But those are later. No, Mark says, I didn't know what AVH played. Just knew about the famous red guitar. Oh, wait, yeah, it's a Charvel. It doesn't have a Charvel logo on it, but it was made by, one of those was made by Wayne Charvel. Yeah. Everyone started buying Charvels. Like, where'd you get the guitar? Wayne Charvel. Just as a reminder, I will be live every night next week, Monday through Friday, for just an hour a night, 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. Eastern Time. So if you can hang out, great. If you can't, don't worry. We're going to do it nonetheless. Mick Mars played Charvels. I don't know. I mean, I only saw him playing BC Rich's, but maybe prior to that, he could have. It's possible. A lot of amazing players have been. Thank you, Indy. The one says mine was $900, made in Mexico black. Nice, dude. Yeah, those are nice guitars, man. One day I want to get more Fenders, but they're just for show. I want an Yngwie Strat. I want a Ritchie Blackmore Strat. I want an Eric Clapton Strat. That's it. Be good to go. Life will be complete then, huh? There you go. I was on the California Super Strat. That's where it all began, right there. Couch. For sure was. Yeah, I love these guitars, man. And they're old, dude. They're vintage now. This is 32 years old. This guitar, all the guitars in the back, 32 years old. That one there, all 32 years old. Some old girls, but they're barely played. I'm the one that's put most of the time on them. Everyone else is like brand new frets and everything. Mark says, being not a guitar player, would you say most guitar prices went between 500 and 500? That's pretty wide, yeah. I mean, yeah, under $1,000 nowadays for a brand new guitar. Yeah, somewhere in the range of $1,000-ish. Of course, they go higher and higher. Like these Strandbergs, like $2,400 or more. Whatever. And a lot of these ones, they got all this stuff. Roasted honey nut maple necks and this and that and other stuff. All this crazy stuff, in it, and they cost a whole lot more. I don't even know, man. People are all crazy about it. I like a basic guitar, man. Wood, 2 pickups, a volume knob. That's all I need. I don't need none of this honey roasted maples and stainless steel fans, frets, and this and that. I don't need none of that junk. Whatever. If it's great, it's great for you. I don't know. But people are like, dude, you should get this, and dude, I should get that. I'm like, yo, you go buy it for me, man. I'm not spending. I'll spend $700 on this guitar before I buy, some other guitar for like $2,000. You need to check out Kiesel, bro. Kiesel's where it's at. I don't care. Yeah, tell him to give me a guitar and I'll check it out, man. That's what's fun. Ozone's got the Jackson Solis XLXQ. Yeah, I've seen those, man. I check Guitar Center online often, and they have a couple of those XLXQs I've seen. They're nice. Bought this pawn shop Ibanez. Dang, dude. Yeah, RG, that'd be sweet. I wish I knew of pawn shops in my area anymore. I really don't. Ours wants the passive pickups though, yeah. Yeah, for sure. That's what I want. I don't like active. I don't want no knobs and switches and stuff, man. Like, oh, damn, coil tab, and then just press this button for that. I ain't got time for that. All I want to do is turn my volume up and turn my volume down. That's it. This tone knob, I just turn it up to 10. That's about it. Wazone's getting some pickups put in right now. Nice, dude. Mark says, what's funny when he sees people that are guitar players reacting to love bites is they are either inspired and say, I have to practice, or they're totally disheartened and want to give up. This is my life, Mark. That is my story of my life with comments. It's one or the other. And that's why I'm getting a therapy license to help people. Probably not. People are just, they're defeated instantly these days. It's weird. So it's either inspiring, defeated, or they'll find a way to try and, say something negative, be passive aggressive about their comment. Those are the three things that I see. It is what it is. Dang, Wazone, you get some good stuff there, man. Those Seymour Duncans are the best, man. If I'd love to swap all these out with Seymours, I mean, these are still good pickups. But the one I do have one that has Seymours in it. It's freaking amazing, man. Things, they're so hot. There you go, Anti. The Renstrom. Rock Renstrom, yeah. Tyler, man. Hey, 900 for the Charvel. I'd like to have one of those San Dimas Pro Mod 2, I think it is. It's basically like this guitar, two humbuckers and a Floyd, and I think it's 22 or 24 frets. I wouldn't mind having just to have them, but they're like 799, 899. Couch Brocky says roasted honey nut maple sounds delicious. I hear that, man. I like maple, but no, these guitar players, man, these days, like they will sit there and I hear so much stuff, man. It's like, yeah, bro, I got honey roasted maple with bazinga wood on it and some stainless steel frets, and I got the Fishman influence pickups, and it's got one of these bars. They just like, it's like all this stuff. I'm like, dude, what is that gonna? It's like, I mean, whatever. If it sounds great for you, fine, man, that's awesome. But for me, no, just give me a basic deal. It's funny. I should find one of those videos where I just yak about it. It's like a guitar nerd stuff, or like I've sadly looked at r/guitar on Reddit. My God, dude, that's all they talk about, man. It's like you talk about stuff on Reddit more than you probably play, man. That's you got. It's the distractions. It goes right back to distractions. Mark says, I'm sure people that play guitar and watch you feel the same. But yeah, they do. It's like I said, it's a story of my life in the comments, but which is fine. I don't care. I'll read all the comments, and I will thank those that are inspired, and I will try to say something positive to those that are wanting to quit. It's a whole world. Yeah. Steve's right. Yeah, Sam Ash closing in America's here. Yeah, I don't like new guitars. I don't want no new guitar unless they're giving it to me for free. I don't want them. Yeah, and their prices were like, oh yeah, here's a 5% off or whatever. Ozzone's been playing since he was 13, 42. So that's a good long time, man. I started when I was yeah 15, like for real. That's when I really started playing guitar. Uh, You can Google my age. That's how old I am. Yep, San Dimas. Yeah, I love to get one. Yeah, that's right, Couch. Yeah, it's like, yeah, man. He went back outside and he picked up, this perfect piece of wood for me, man. It's like, it's totally killer, bro. Like it was this Bubinga wood, man, from like the tropics or something, man. Like, oh God, shut up. I don't care, man. I really could care less what it's got on it. Can you play it? Then that's it, man. That's all that matters. Can you play your guitar? That's all that matters. I don't want to know. I don't want to know nothing. Mark says, "Is there any woods that guitar are made from that are considered the best ones?" I have no idea, dude. These are alder bodies, I think, and I like them because they're light. So alder wood's pretty cool for me, I guess. That's all I know about it. I like it because it's lighter. It's a lighter feel. I don't like heavy guitars. I've had a couple heavy Charvels. It's like, oh, dude, I can't play them. When I played live, they were just neck breaking or back breaking. So I started like these ones were much lighter because of the alderwood. Vili Messi, what's out there, Vili? He says, how to sound more fuller and not and not more complete while. Hmm. Yeah, it's a tough one, man. It takes a lot of effort and a lot of work, but you really need to know scales. I mean, modes and scales or whatever. They're all the same thing, but know how to connect every single note, in a scale together is going to be your number one thing. How to sound more better, 'cause like and another thing is like, here, I'll take if you have a way to record stuff, do a drone sound like this, one note. Listen to this. I'm going to show you something real. This is how you people, if you want to learn, if you want to practice your guitar and get better at soloing, play over one note, literally one note. Listen to this. Hear that one note. Now practice your scales over this. I already lost my skills. It's just one note, and keep going. Don't ever stop playing. And that's going to be one way to write solos better. Another thing is if you have something already planned out, if you have a progression, a chord progression, like you're something like this. Whatever, chord progression. Loop that a bunch of times and then record something up to 5 times. So you have that track playing, make 5 additional tracks after that are recordable, mute 4 of them, and play a solo over that progression. Stop, mute the first one, open up the second track, write another, play another solo. Stop, mute that, open the third track, record another solo. You do that, so on and so forth. 5 times. You record 5 solos over the same chord progression, and then you start to listen to where the best parts are. And then you take the best parts of each solo and you put it all together. That's how I do it, as far as how I make solos for people. So when people say, hey, Rick, can you play a guitar solo on my record or whatever, on my song? Sure. And I'll just record solos until I play 5 good takes. I'll find the best little parts out of those 5 takes. And there's a way, if you're have the wherewithal to do so in a digital workstation, you can comp the entire solo together, and then learn your own solo, and then play it over and over until it's best advice I can give you as far as that's quick. Yeah, man, San Dimas High School football rules. Wazona knows, man. That's where San Dimas, California is where Wayne Charvel started making Charvels. Yeah, the huge water park. Waterloo, man. You gotta go to Waterloo. I'm telling you, it was like 5% off. It was hilarious. As soon as I knew they were closing, and they're like, all right, on a big sale, I went and checked it out. They didn't have nothing, and their stock was horrible. I was like, oh, maybe I could pick up a nice Marshall cabinet or a Marshall amp. And I was like, JCM 800A was still like $750. I'm like, what kind of sale is this, man? I'm tripping. That says the pickups and amp affect the tone infinitely more than the wood. Yeah, true that, man. I don't think the sound. I don't know if it makes it sound better, but yeah, I know these pickups, the way I set them up on either my Marshalls, these amplitude stuff. Yeah, it just picks it up. Yeah, Wazona. Yeah, some of the newer Charvels, yeah, they've always been beefy. Even the Charvel Predators I have from 1991, they're probably 6, maybe 7, close to 8 pounds. One I had was like 9 pounds. That thing was a beast, man. That was a neck breaker, back breaker for sure. Yeah, I remember that, Steve. I remember seeing that like on Facebook or somewhere. The dead skeleton guitar. That's like, yeah. Talk about George Lynch skull guitar, man. What did he put on the headstock? There you go. There's a guitar instructional there. If you're interested, check it out. Yeah, yeah, Steve, you're right. It's on there. It was like on Facebook for a while and other places. I remember seeing it. I was like, what the? I think it was on the news too. Ozone says the Line 6 UX2 with their RiffWorks software works great for this. Nice, dude. Yeah, I mean anything. I use Studio One. I've got Pro Tools as well. That's how I come up with all my solo. All right, people. Well, I appreciate all your time tonight, and I hope you enjoyed everything. I really want to thank you all for hanging out. Yeah, so we'll be back next Saturday, of course, but all this week, Monday through Friday, we're going to be pumping it out 10 p.m. every night for an hour a night. So people that haven't seen me, can't catch me on Saturdays, see if you can catch me on any day of this week. That's convenient for you, of course. Of course, you're more than welcome. Anyone here is, of course, more than welcome to hang out, read with us. We're going to do it. But once again, I want to thank you all. Thanks to everyone here. Thank you, Indy. Appreciate that. Thanks to Couch, Wazona, Elder of Rock, Mr. Steve Elder. Appreciate you, brother. Anti, thank you always for your help here. Who else we got? Mars in. Thanks. Couch, thank you. Thanks for buying all those subscriptions today. That was super. Got some other ones. Villy Mesa, good to see you. Thanks a lot. Marlon Mark, as always, bro. Appreciate you hanging with us. We will be back next Saturday, as for sure, doing this version of the stream. But I want to once again thank you, everyone, for hanging out. If you're watching this stream replay, thanks for hanging out. God bless you for making it this far. If you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and do so. It helps out the channel. And then, yeah, so everyone, hope you have a great rest of your weekend, a great night tonight. Enjoy. If you're in Florida, stay safe. If you're not in Florida, stay safe as well. You all take care. Have a wonderful rest of the weekend, and we'll see you sometime this week for sure. You know what I mean?